Today I'm going to show you how to generate a QR code that you can use in your classroom. QR codes are codes that you can embed URL links into, text into. They hold data and they can take you to many places. So today I'm going to show you how to use a code generator to generate a quick response code or QR code for your classroom. There are many QR code generator sites out there, and most of them are free. If you do a Google search, you will come up with many of them. In order to scan a QR code, you are also going to need a QR code scanner on your iPhone or iPad. This is QRstuff.com, where you can actually generate a QR code that can be scanned with your cell phone or iPad. If you notice at the top, you have your QRcode.stuff.com website up there. And I've circled the 4 steps that it takes to make a QR code. The first step is your data type. Your data type could be, as you can see by the green marks, a website URL, a YouTube video. It could be plain text, email address. The choices are just, they keep going on and on. As a teacher, you would probably use the plain text. That would probably be one of the ones you would use the most, and the website URL. In step 2 for content, you can see that that is where your website URL address will go, and that box will change according to whichever type of data that you choose. If you choose plain text, then a text box will pop up there. For number 3, you can choose the color, which makes it nice and pretty, and we know kids love color. And as you, or after you choose your color, it will generate over in the QR code preview box. It will change color, so you'll know that it has been generated. And then down at number 4, you can either download that, print it, or email it. Okay, so why is this something that you need to do? Well, you'll find that your students really love doing it. They become totally engaged. They get excited about learning. It provides them with immediate feedback. I noticed this past year in my classroom, I really set expectations for the kids when they would go to check their answers. They knew that they were to discuss it with their partner if they did not get something right, and figure out why it wasn't right. And if they could not solve that with their partner, they were to come to me, and we would figure out what they were doing wrong. And they were really doing this because they didn't want to lose their opportunity to use the computers to check their answers. And so it's a great way to give immediate feedback, and it really helps with classroom management as well. It's easily differentiated to meet the needs of your students, and as you work with the QR codes, you will find many ways to do that. Centers and group work, partner work, or even independent work, it really is powerful in helping those kids stay engaged and learn. It's easy and quick, takes very little planning on your part to actually make a QR code, which I'm going to show you here in a little while. So why not try it? You'll enjoy it, and your kids will enjoy it. And it also provides them for a safe internet experience. We know that our internets in our schools are safe. Knox County provides that for us. But it also, by putting a QR code or a URL into a QR code, it allows you to really specify where they're going on the internet, so you don't have them clicking on a bunch of things or getting lost anywhere or typing in any URLs, because all they have to do is actually scan that code. It takes them directly there, and so it saves time and does keep it quite safe. All right, so let's move. Here on your, if you go to your iPad or iPhone and you search QR Reader for iPad or iPhone, they will come up with so many free ones. And I've used the free ones in my classroom and they've worked just fine. So you're going to need the QR Reader on your device that you're going to have the students use to scan. So that would be your iPhone or your iPad. And you're also going to need to visit one of the websites with your iPad or computer that will give you a free generator for QR codes and generate those codes. Here are some examples of the way QR codes have been used in the classroom. Book trailers and reviews, I think, is a very powerful thing for students to use. They can read a book and write a summary or a synopsis of what the book is about, and either type that up or videotape it, however they want to do it, and put it in that little QR code. And for your higher level students, that would be an exciting challenge for them. And it really does create some enthusiasm for reading as well, because they know they're going to get to do that little project at the end. Also, if you look at the cell at the top, this is just a simple example of how a teacher has used a picture, labeled the parts, and put in the QR codes. And of course, the QR codes are going to lead the students to information about each of the parts of that cell. You know, and that is something that could be just hung in the classroom all year long. It could be something that the kids do when they're finished with their work, or it could just be an activity for a center, or however you choose to use it. Teacher Pay Teacher's a great site. It's free to sign up. Most teachers are familiar with this. There are many QR code activities out there on Teacher Pay Teachers, so I encourage you to go out there and take a look at those. Some of them are free, some of them cost a little. This particular one's $2, and but they really are good. They're worth it. I've used a lot of these this past year in my room, and was very pleased with all of them. But if you choose not to download any or buy any, you can actually go here and get some really good ideas as to how other teachers have used QR codes for center activities and so forth in their classroom. Here's one example of a Teacher Pay Teacher that I used this past year, and it's just on text features. And basically it shows the text feature with a graphic image, and then ask a question about it. The students, of course, would have a answer sheet, and then they would scan that code to see if they got that right. This was an example that I found online where a teacher used QR codes for math books. And you could differentiate this by actually supplying the problems in the book and having the kids generate the code with the answer that they came up with, or explaining it in the code. Or you could supply the books and let the students write their own math problems and then generate their codes. There's just a lot of different ways you could do it. But in this one example, the students, after they made their books, I believe this was a project that they did at home, and for the kids that didn't have computers, they were allowed to do theirs in the classroom. But they would switch the books around and let other students solve the problems that the kids had come up with. So it's just a really, really neat little project. Another good one was the Create a Graph. You can supply at a center or station the data in a chart. Maybe that would be something you did whole group in the classroom. And then have the students scan the code, go to that particular website, and create a graph where they could print it out or save it, or whatever you choose for them to do with it. Okay, here is the website titled QRstuff.com, and you can just go into your Google search and search it, or you can type all of that if you'd like. And this is just one of the free sites that I mentioned that you can use. And there's actually only 4 steps to this. It's very, very easy, so do not be intimidated by this at all. Over on the left here, my left, you'll see that there's on number 1, the data type. This would be the type of QR code that you want to make. If you wanted your students to go to a website, of course you would use the URL, and you would put in your URL in the number 2 box where it says content. You can do all kinds of things. If you wanted to do just a text box or ask them a question and have them scan it, you would do plain text down here. And if I click on that, you can see that the box changes to accommodate for the type of QR code that you are wanting to make. So for today's presentation, I just wanted to show you a simple way to make one for a URL address. And I have already gone to the site and copied the actual URL. So I'm just going to come here and click, and I'm going to paste it. And this is BrainPop.com Junior, and a lot of the kids use that to explore different subjects, so that would be one that you may use in your classroom. And then I can come over here and choose a color, which is a nice feature because it makes it nice and pretty. And I'm just going to go ahead and choose this pink here, and you notice that it turned pink here, and it has already given us the QR code preview here. So once you choose your data type, fill in your content, and choose your color, you can go down here and choose your output type. Now you may want to download this so that you can put it into a document, or you may want to print it, or you may want to email it. You have all 3 options. Today I'm going to download. And there's my code. Now I am going to use my cell phone to show you how you, let's see if I can work one-handed here. Here's my QR code scanner, and as you can see, there's the little box that you use, and I'm just going to come over here and put it right on there, and there it is, BrainPop Junior. So 4 simple steps, and you can make your own QR code to fit your needs. And remember, you can take this and you can embed it into a document. You can print these off on cards with questions, and it could have the answer embedded in the QR code. Possibilities are endless. So I hope you've enjoyed our session today. I highly encourage you to go back and look at the little video tutorial again. Get your computer out, go to that website, and try it yourself. And I hope that you'll enjoy using QR codes in your classroom. And if you have any questions, here's my email address. Feel free to email me. Happy QR coding!